Well, we got our verdict. And we're a little disappointed. Maybe not shocked. It is hard to prove RICO with zero co conspirators. Zero co conspirators. I was like, that's a damn good point. The trial now leaves us with a reckoning. When are we going to get the old heads of hip hop to confess about their phallic philandering? I'm sorry, Diddy wasn't the only one rubbing nut all up on his chests. And half of you was at, and 75% of you were at those parties. Somebody saw something. There are more sex workers that are about to write books now that the case is over. Let the books begin. Random House Penguin, Simon and Schuster. Come on, baby, let them write about the rooster. I want to hear it all. I'm waiting for the expose. Where is Mary J. Blige's business? I want that pulled into the middle of the street. Who else was helping him hunch, hide, and bust it wide? Also, now that he'll be getting out sooner, are you going to try to walk in a pride parade? Are you going to come out as bisexual? We know you've got an affinity for semen, Sperm John. That's your new name, Sperm John. I can't wait for the apologists. You know the ones, the Shad Mosses and the Ray J's that are going to go to his party to celebrate. Meek Mill, ooh girl, I know Meek Mill is somewhere waiting for daddy to come home. Who's gonna go to Puffy's parties now? I feel like he escaped long-term prison. He may only have to do 2 years, and with time served, he'll be out as quick as Jen Shah. I mean, that's what happens when the government don't prove their case. This is your first offense, nonviolent offense. You got time served. And legally, I see some people are saying 2 to 5 years. I'm thinking 1 to 2. I feel for the witnesses because they're going to have to look over that shoulder. Diddy is clearly an angry and a vengeful man, but he also has a lot of audacity, and I don't see him leaving the limelight. And I see some of the heavy titties of Hollywood. I don't know how hip-hop will have him come back, but he is one of the architects of hip-hop, and I just see him saying, it's a little sperm, come on. And I mean, if R. Kelly was out, people would forgive him. They forgave Chris Brown. So I really wonder where Diddy's going to stand when he gets out in the public. He's going from the pubic to the public. I mean, is he going to get with the church and say, I done prayed the gay away, I have sinned? Is he going to pull that? Is he going to try to be a proud sissy? Is he going to say, the prostate made me do it? I wonder what his public plan of attack is going to be, because I'm telling you, he's got one. And now that he's like, look, I was only charged on some prostitute that should be legal anyway, it's gonna be tough to get rid of him. It's like herpes at this point, like a barnacle to the bottom of the music industry. But he is gonna be around bumping his gums. He still has, he's still got money to make. He's lost money on this, so he's gonna start to try to claw his way back to the top. That's what people like this do. I don't think he's going to Matt Lauer and just go off into the Hamptons and live in obscurity. I don't see it. He has the audacity of a honky. He is going to be in front of that camera. So help me God. That's what he's done all his life. It's hard for me to believe that he'll do anything different. And he loves a new identity. This is a chance to do what he loves to do, reinvent himself. And I know some sorry sissies like Carlos King will share their platform. Charlemagne the God will have him on. He's going to be the hot new interview whenever he gets out. I'm sad this wasn't the reckoning that we thought it was going to be. I thought we were going to get a true reckoning in hip-hop where, those that were tooting their ass were finally exposed for the hateful hypocrites they are, because everybody enjoys a prostate orgasm, and if a man tells you he don't, his ass is lying. Oh, God, Diddy's gonna start coming out with gay hip-hop. He's gonna start doing gay hip-hop music. Lord. He gonna have a dance called the Two. Everybody do the Two. God, instead of, just helping hold up an era of homophobia in hip hop while you were getting hosed down in sperm, you piece of shit human being. And then whooping ass rather than taking it up thee. You didn't want to beat Cassie, you wanted to be Cassie. You were jealous of Cassie's pussy. You wanted Cassie's vagina for yourself. You wanted to put it on and get fucked. This is what I'm talking about with them sorry, frustrated bottoms. They don't know how to use their vagina. You would use your vagina, everybody would have been fine. You'd still be making hits rather than taking hits. But good Lord, you see him, Whitney Houston, living a life trying to deny your sissy leads to a bad end. Whitney Houston would still be here if her mama had let her eat cat in peace. Drew wouldn't be married and going through a bad divorce if her mama had let her eat cat in peace. Rihanna wouldn't have gotten beat up if Chris Brown had let somebody beat it up. And Eddie Long wouldn't have died of worms if he had just been honest instead of letting that stress eat him up. Who's going to get the first interview? Do you think it's going to be Gayle King or Robin Roberts? Tweet, tweet, Robin Roberts. I mean, Robin is also, in the community. So maybe he'll go with that angle, because he gonna have to answer to, now you gay. And oh God, 50 Cent, he tried to take me shopping. That was the first time a man actually looked at you and wanted your ass, because your daddy sure didn't. But I just hate that 50 Cent has won. At least he's keeping Tierra Marie's name out of his mouth. That poor heifer. We don't even know how she's making ends meet. She's on food stamps and you want to take her stipend. Tierra Marie reminds me of Nishana Spearman in Quan Mills' Pastors Eat Pussy Too, which I'm doing a live reading of on my Patreon, and I hope you come over and join me. I do think that the civil suits that come forward will be interesting, because now we believe what Diddy is capable of. We know you ain't nobody's heterosexual. And Tyler Perry, you can come out the closet too. Child 2025 said we gonna open the door. I mean, will this usher in a new era of gay acceptance in the black community and gay in hip hop? Because we still ain't where we supposed to be. This communities still do not truly mix and mingle. It's still very segregated. Now that we see one of the architects was doing everything but busting it wide, probably because that ass was shitty. All that baby oil didn't hear about one Fleet bottle, not one enema. Not one enema. The ass was shitty. I don't trust straight men to clean them things. And since we're talking about old head R&B drama, why did Ashanti go back to Nelly? I want to know. Was it just she was desperate? Was it, the clock had kind of tuck? And it's like, okay, we're 40, let's do this, and we have history. Because I feel that he didn't surprise her with who he was, especially about, getting up in the middle of the night raising a baby. Because this relationship is giving me, he told you, I'm not really down to clown with another child, or this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to let you do all that. And you just thought he was joking and maybe thought, oh, well, when the baby comes, he'll change. And now he's standing on business. I just don't know why you looked at that man and said, I could see husband. I could see why you would marry him. I would not have a baby. That's a boyfriend. That's a boyfriend that you married. That is not a father. That is not a man that wants kids. That ain't a Russell Wilson. I will never look at a Future and try to get a Russell Wilson. So you knew what you were getting. You had the Carfax. You signed up. I am genuinely confused. In my heart of hearts. The brain is small and the debt is fat. Why did you get pregnant with that? The brain is small, hair is dead is fat. Why did you get pregnant with that? I said the brain is small. The hair is dead so fat. Ashanti, why did you get pregnant with that?